All right, so I get a lot of questions on Twitter about who should I keep? Should I do this trade? So right now we're fully in like, should I keep this guy? Pick. Some people will send me lists of like 20 players and be like, can you pick 7 of these to keep? And some of those I ignore. I try to answer a lot of them. But anyway, today I got one of the weirdest ones I've ever had. And I thought about just ignoring it. And then I thought about answering it. And then I thought about answering it actually well. So I did that. And now I've thought about showing how to actually optimally answer this question. So first I have to tell you about the question. And then we're going to use Fangraphs, Excel, and an AI bot to give this person the best chance to win. Probably still won't, because projections are only, they don't take you the whole way. Obviously, nobody knows the future, but we can at least play. We can do things optimally and win more than other people, or at least the expected value, our favorite word in the statistics projections world, expected value, favorite phrase, I should say. Baseball is played with humans and brains and intangibles, but fantasy baseball is not. It's a numbers game, so let's use numbers to help this guy win. So first, I should tell you what the question is. So the puzzle we're trying to solve is here. It's not showing right. Let me do this. Present. Let me just show the window, not the, yes, entire screen. There we go. All right, so this guy needs to pick 8 hitters. And the goal is to get more home runs than anybody else. So it's like a 1-category fantasy league with 8 players. The parameters, though, are that your 8 hitters have to have come in last year, 2024, total up their homers, and they have to be less than 163 homers last year. Crazy. I don't know. This must be like a moving target. Like they do some calculation to see what the number is for the next year or something like that. The other parameter is that your all 8 have to have at least 9 homers last year. So you can't just take the studs and duds or the stars and scrubs, rather. You can't take like a Judge Ohtani, Olsen, and then go with a bunch of rookies. So you have to have at least guys with 9 last year. So interesting question. You can think of it. You could do your own head and trust your own wisdom and just, take more pride that way if you win. But some people will go that way. But I would prefer to just let the computer do it for me. And we can use all these new tools. I guess Excel and Fangraphs aren't new, but this AI stuff is kind of pretty interesting at this point. So we're going to do that. So what I've done is I already exported data. I went to Fangraphs. I went to the BATX projections first. So here I did. Where did it go away? The BATX projections. I'm actually not sure which ones I did the first time, so let's remove that. BATX is the best hitting projection system. In my opinion, it's not really an opinion. That's not really a question you can answer, but I think so. So that's what we're going to go with. That's what I use when I have to choose one. And so I've exported that. I think this button's only available to Fangraphs paid subscribers, so I'll give them a little shout out. Like it's like $25 a year or something like that. Gets rid of the ads, gives you all this extra exporting functionality, really cool stuff. So I do that and recommend anybody that is in this world to do that as well. And then I went to leaders, batting 2024, made the page size infinity. I don't think I needed to do that. I think if you hit export, it gives you everything. But just to be sure, I made the minimum playing time, 1 plate appearance, whatever. Just set it low, set this page size to infinity. That shows you everybody. But again, I think the export button gives you everybody no matter what you do. But that's a little trick just to show the whole thing rather than have to paginate it. I don't know how to pronounce that word. But okay, anyway, so now I've done that. I've got my Excel files, and what we're going to do now is we're going to make a new Excel file to feed into the AI bot. And what we need the player names. I'm going to do this stuff here. We'll learn some Excel tricks along the way. So I'm going to making a new Excel book, and here we are. So this is homers, 2024 home run, and then we're going to make a new column for 2025 projected home runs. And we're done with this one. Close that. And we go to our BATX projections. We are going to then just take player ID. We're going to merge everything in with an X lookup. So I'm going to put player ID here and give you how many home runs each guy is projecting for in the bad X. Shout out to Derek Hardy. Let's just make it 1. And now we do X lookup. So if you want to learn about X lookup, can I make this like bigger for you? All right, so X lookup is going to look up the player ID. Remember, I don't want to use player names because those can be you can have 2 players of the same name. I don't think we have that problem this year. There's 2 Max Muncies, so I guess we probably could. So we're going to use player ID because those are unique. You can't have a duplicate of that. So X lookup, I'm looking up this ID in this column, and the value I want to return is this. And there you have it. So this isn't really, the point of this isn't to do full Excel stuff. I do have a $50 Excel course that teaches you all this slowly and fully. But just for the purposes, basically XLOOKUP is looking up one value based on another. So it looks up the player ID in column I. If it finds it, it returns the value to the right, to the value in column J that's next to it. So for Aaron Judge, we have the 48, which you see there. Actually, it looks like I probably could have just, no, anyway. We probably have, do we have any blanks here? I will just go ahead and, I'm going to paste the values. I'm going to get rid of the formula. This puts the numbers there rather than the formula. So then I can go ahead and delete this. Now we can filter to see. There's got to be some missing guys, but just kind of guys that aren't. I looked at the ones. So these are the guys that I couldn't find a home run projection for. A lot of these guys are out of the league, or Clayton Kershaw's. And you had some pitchers make like. Some pitchers got into the stats because they must have made a plate appearance at some point or something like that. So anyway, that's fine. We can leave all those. Actually, let's just go ahead and delete them. Certainly none of those guys are going to be in the optimal thing anyway. All right, so now we have our data, and we'll save it as, I don't know, bot home run contest data. I'm making a CSV file, which should be fine. I think I might need to get rid of the filtering first, save that. Make sure I didn't corrupt anything with that. Okay, so here we go. We got we have these 2 things. We need to use column C. We need to use the 2024 stuff to fit the rules of the contest, that the sum shouldn't be more than 163, and each guy has to have at least 9. So actually what we can do is just make it easier on the AI bot. Just go ahead and get rid of everybody under 9. We could have probably told the bot, like, hey, just ignore everybody that didn't hit at least 9 last year, but easier if we just get rid of them all. So there's our 242 hitters who hit at least 9 homers last year and are projecting, and along with their 2025 projection. So get rid of the filters, save that, and now let's go to the bot. I use GROK. I pay for Twitter because it's worth it. So AI bot, artificial intelligence, right? And I never really liked that term. Doesn't matter, I guess, but like, even your calculator in 3rd grade was artificial intelligence, right? Like, it's intelligent. It's doing something intellect. I don't know. I guess you'd have to look up the meaning of the word intellect, but anyway, AI bot's big thing. So I'm going to upload the data there, and now I got to tell the bot exactly what to do. So I got to say, optimize an 8-man roster of baseball players. No, let's write. Take the data attached. All right, let's explain the data to it first. I should have thought of this before. Attached is a data file of all baseball players with their 2024 home run totals and their 2025 home run projections. Please make me an 8-man roster that optimizes 2025 projected home runs, but follow the rule that the sum of the 8 players' 2024 home run totals must be less than 164 home runs. And let's hit enter. No idea if this will work. I just kind of assumed. All right, so to create an 8-man roster that optimizes 2025 projected home runs while keeping the sum of the 2024 home runs under 164, I'll analyze the provided data and select players with the highest 2025 projection. Seems like it understood. Goal is to maximize the total 2025 projected homers. Yes. All right, I'll make if I take the top 8 2025 projections. So it's really kind of just, it is very verbose at times. We could kind of spit this whole, maybe I'll put this output into the publishing this. All right, here's your optimal answer then. Fernando Tatis, O'Neill Cruz, Mike Trout, Jorge Soler, Lawrence Butler, Wyatt Langford, Tristan Casas, and Matt Wallner. Very interesting. Definitely Casas was going to be a guy that came to my head, so I feel good about that. And there's your answer. So there you go. You get 210 home runs, and you're well under the total there. Say, I think you can then even say, do it again, but leave out Mike Trout. Say you're too worried about Mike Trout getting injured and ending up with a 5-homer season. You can just tell it, like, you don't even have to re-explain yourself. It'll just remember the last thing you said and goes ahead and gets through there. So there you go. There's something using Excel, Fangraphs, and an AI bot to kind of solve a little, not a solution, but it gives you the optimal answer for an optimization problem. And I will be interested to see if this person uses this answer and if this lineup will prove to win the league. Probably not, because probably in this kind of contest, it'll just kind of be whoever builds the 8-man roster with the least injury impact probably is it. But thought that was interesting. Again, it was fun for me at least. Looks like Jordan comes in the picture here if we get rid of Trout. So there you go. Talk to you next time.